Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel, Live Life in Tarot. This reading is for the sign of Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign. Virgo, we're going to take a look at your weekend ahead, February 2nd and February 3rd, 2019. We're going to look at what's coming towards you, Virgo, and what your focus is with what's coming towards you. Virgo, I'm going to pull 3 cards that represent what's coming towards you, 1 card that represents what your focus is with what's coming towards you, and we're going to pull 1 guidance advice card for you, Virgo, so that you can practically apply it to your weekend. All right, Virgo, let's get to it. Okay, Virgo, let's see what's happening for you, Virgo. What you got going on over the next 2 days? What are you investing in, getting into, or out of? What is your driving force over this weekend, Virgo? So let's get into it, shall we? Yes. Virgo's focus. Coming towards them for February 2nd, February 2019. Thank you. Okay, Virgo, we're going to shuffle 2 more times. Alright, there it is. Alright, Virgo, let's see what's up for you. Look at that. Can you see that in the back of the card? Pretty. That's so pretty. I love it. Do. Okay. Alright, let's see what's up with you, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Your focus is, you have the 10 of Wands. This is your focus over the next 2 days. Virgo, you have the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is fire energy, action, drive, your spirit in something. And with the 10 of Wands, I feel like there's endings to, or you're coming to an end of burdens that you were carrying. But what I do feel more about this for many of you is that you have learned how to carry your burdens, to carry the load of your life. However many things there are, you have managed to figure out how to adjust and adapt and handle all that shit, Virgo, because you do the doggone thing, right? You are always seeking to be grounded and practical in implementing practical approaches, and I feel that many of you are doing this and doing this flawlessly. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not taking a lot of effort, because it is. It's the 10 of Wands, but you, to everybody else, you look like it is effortlessly. To you, you see yourself in a much better place with your responsibilities or what you're burdened by or carrying, because there was a time where, you didn't have your wands sitting up here, where you can just carry it on your head and just walk straight and see what's ahead, and actually can be able to see it on the sides of you, to see behind you. You're carrying your situations, your circumstances, or whatever you're doing, even with the actions you're carrying out. You're far more balanced with all of it at this time, in a way that you hadn't been in a very long time, or even had been able to do it all. Others of you, you're able to carry your burdens because you release you have released the idea that it's a burden. You stop seeing your responsibilities or your issues as burdens, and you have, I don't even feel like it's exactly acceptance as much as it is adapting and choosing to see things from a different perspective and actually being able to do that. Okay? And it makes whatever process to which you are involved in, whatever it is, and even with its challenges, and when those challenges subside, and it varies, depending what's going on at any given time, you are finding your own way through it while you're in it. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, Virgo. Some of you are making much better choices. Some of you are coming out of confusion and able to see things more clearly. Some of you are able to carry your burdens because your burdens is that part you are having to take action on and do and be in, that's leading you towards your wish fulfillment in something. It's leading you towards, it's keeping you in a mode of wishful thinking. Whatever you're working on, you're maintaining a sense of wishful thinking. That's what I want to say. That allows you to carry the burdens in a way where they don't feel as heavy. Some of you are able to just manage through your actions better, and things are just coming together better for you. Now, what's coming towards you, Virgo, is you have this Five of Cups. Five of Cups is water energy. It's emotions and feelings. Fives is difficult energy, but a five also can mean that you can bring about change. But the kind of change that you can bring to this Five of Cups energy that has some of you feeling experiencing emotional loss is, it takes embodying a new way to feel. It takes choosing to feel positive, or work towards feeling more positive in a situation than to stay in the negative energy of the negativity that's occurring for you. And for some of you, you are still carrying the burden of this loss, but you will move towards seeing what you have left, or seeing what the options are, or that you have other opportunities. Others of you, you've begun to recover from something that was emotionally upsetting to you and felt like you were at a loss, because you are now being able to manage and deal with your situations better, kind of like wrap things up to where you can handle it more. And so some of you are laying down this feeling of loss, and you're choosing to recover. Others of you are about to. Some of you will not. You're just going to remain in this emotional funk, even despite the burdens that you're carrying, and that those burdens you're carrying, you have gotten better at carrying them. What's coming towards you, Virgo, is the Seven of Swords. So this is mental energy, thoughts, also communication, air energy. And with this Seven of Swords, you are releasing yourself from your burdens. Many of you, Virgo, because you are now, you can see a strategy. You're implementing some sort of way to come up out of whatever these burdens are. You're being better at strategizing. You're being better at getting out of situations. You're being better at communicating more effectively. You've become so much more better at being clever. okay, and being cunning. And so you are going to recover from whatever is causing you to feel emotional loss. As soon as you come up out of that energy, like I said, some of you have come up out of that energy and you are now focused on a goal, the strategy to recover from this. Some of you are needing to come up with a strategy to recover from this. Some of you many of you are gonna use all kinds of tactics to recover from the shit that's happening and what you're burdened by. Because you're going to be sneaky. Some of you are going to resort to lying. Some of you are going to resort to you're going to be cunning. You're going to outfox. That's what I'm getting to. You're going to outfox the bullshit that got you in your feelings. Many of you are going to outfox the bullshit that got you in your feelings, because you're going to think your way right on out of this shit. You're going to communicate right on out of this shit, but you're going to outfox this, and you're going to be able to carry the burdens of the situation or situations, but you're going to outfox it. You're going to be clever. What's coming towards you, Virgo, is you have the Goddess of Cups. The Goddess of Cups is the Queen of Cups. This is feelings and emotions. Okay? I want you to know, Virgo, what's interesting here for your reading is that you are an earth energy, but there is no earth in your reading. There is no earth here. You have fire, water, air, and cups. So what I feel has been happening for you, Virgo, is that you have been dealing with some confusion. Confusion in your mind, confusion in your communication, confusion in your feelings. And this confusion, this lack of clarity has caused you to have some difficulties or experience emotional loss in your circumstances or with who you're dealing with. And even though you have carried out many actions and you feel, that those actions were proper actions, it wasn't getting you what you needed. And I feel because you were ungrounded. You need to ground yourself, okay? You need to recharge, ground yourself, secure your emotions, and gather your thoughts and be more clear about your motives with what you're going after so that you can get it, because the energy is here for you to achieve it, but you've been ungrounded. And so I feel some of you acted before you really thought it through. You went on impulse. That's what I'm feeling. You went on impulse. There was impulse to a lot of the shit you was doing, and it didn't apply and it didn't work for you. And it had you in your feelings with this Queen of Cups. But I do feel now you're getting the chance to reflect on it and realizing that you could do or could have done some shit better. You could have carried the load of a situation far better than what you were doing. And whatever emotional loss you were experiencing or are experiencing, you're seeing the error of your ways. Or this is somebody you're dealing with, but you're seeing the error of your ways. And so now you're getting you're choosing to, the thing is, you have to ground your emotions. Okay, you will come in at shit in your feelings, and that's not you, Virgo. You come at shit from the earth, grounded, calm, centered. And so I feel like many of you are going to discover that you were not at your center in this, and you're grounding yourself, you're getting centered, and by doing that, gaining that emotional balance, many of you are even being able to intuitively, instinctually know how to outfox the situation, to lay the burden down, and to recover from the situation. So let's take a closer look, Virgo. So Virgo, with this 10 of Wands, you have the God of Cups. So the God of Cups is the King of Cups, and he's the master of his suit. And this is water, emotions, and feelings. So I feel for many Virgo, this is either you or somebody you're dealing with. Either you're embodying this energy or somebody is assisting you to embody this energy of this goddess, of this God of Cups, where you now, you see what happened or what was going on in your efforts, and now that you do, you carrying the burden of that, and you okay with it, but you have also, through that process, you are becoming grounded emotionally, and you're getting control of your emotions, and you're getting centered, so that you can make head and heart decisions from a grounded place like a Virgo can do. Others of you, someone is helping you to get to that grounded space, and help you to realize that you're out of your element and you're in your feelings, and you need to get balanced and centered before you go trying to address the situation again. And you may even be getting tips on how to do that for yourself, as well as how to deal with a situation that caused you some emotional upset. Now with that 5 of Cups, Virgo, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles is earth energy. It's a 10, so there's something you was trying to gain fulfillment in your world, in your reality, in your materials, in your physicality, Virgo. There was, you are now at a place where you experience the loss of not being able to secure or get stability in a situation that you were trying to gain something or get fulfillment from. And so now you're working on recovering from that shit. Some of you have not gotten to a place of recovery and healing around this situation yet, but the energy is here for you to have. So I do feel that many of you will, while there will be a very small few of you that won't be able to tap into this energy because you're too in your feelings, and you are too much in the moment of the loss that you're experiencing to be able to see more clearly, and see what options and opportunities are still available to you, because there is some opportunity, at least 2, that's still available to you, Virgo. Now Virgo, with the 7 of Swords, you have the Hangman. The Hangman is a major arcana. It is water energy, and the Hangman talks about seeing things from a different perspective, unable to see things from a different perspective, being stuck and stagnant, and or becoming unstuck, so a situation no longer stagnant. It also talks about feeling like you are being that you having to sacrifice or surrender in a situation that you don't feel that you can get unstuck from, or you feel that some of you need to surrender in a situation or sacrifice in order for you to get what you want in this situation. But I feel with the Hangman here, that is just it. You being clever, and you are seeing things from a different perspective, and you're gaining some sort of understanding that's attached to you realizing that in order to get this thing that you couldn't get, that you couldn't secure, that you couldn't gain and have the fulfillment from it that you deserve. That's what I'm hearing. You deserve. It belongs to you. It's yours. You have to grant. You had to get get centered, which is clearly here with the Hangman, and you are, the approach you will take now to get out of this is to surrender to it, to sacrifice, to have a show of sacrifice in this situation. With the Queen of Cups, Virgo, you have Judgment. So Judgment is fire energy. It's about action. It's about rising to the call, not rising to the call. Being judged, or you judging, feeling judged, or someone else feeling judged. A second chance, no second chance. A rebirth, no rebirth. A renewal, no review. No renewal. Reflection, a lack of reflection. Okay? So I feel that many of you, this started out with you being emotionally imbalanced because you didn't take the time to reflect on the situation. Like I said, you were impulsive, and your impulses caused the situation to become more unstable for you and for the circumstances that you were dealing with. I feel that there's an air around your situation where you were seeing a situation as you trying to rise to the call for yourself, but you were too irrational, or you were too hasty and reckless in how you moved in the situation, and so it didn't give you the desired result. For others of you, you are trying to resurrect a situation that feels over, but you aren't letting it go because something in this situation you have a right to. It belongs to you, and you want what it is. And so you had to get centered and try to see different perspectives and strategize so you can try to resurrect this situation and apply the cleverness and the right attitude and the right actions to recover from the situation and gain what is yours to be gained in the situation, and have that stability and to secure the situation in your favor. For some of you, you needed time to reflect on everything, and now you see where it started to go wrong and where it began to get stuck. And so now that you know this, you now are grounded, and now you want to put your efforts back into the situation to solve it and actually achieve the desired result and recover. Others of you, you are dealing with some form of legal system, judicial system at this time, and it's got you emotional, but you are accepting that, you know, this process has to occur, and it's, you know, it's nothing you can do about it. And so now you're moving towards carrying that burden, because you know you have to, but choosing to have the right attitude about it, and looking at how to strategize for yourself, or come up with a plan so that you can receive a situation in your favor. Now, some of you, this is about you getting a situation to move in your favor. And for others of you, there's a situation that, as it has to do with it moving in your favor, whatever this is, it's delayed. Others of you, this situation can't be resurrected, nor can you get the situation to move in your favor. So, let's take a look, Virgo, at what is your guidance and advice over the next couple of days with these energies. Also, some of you, there is a situation where you're dealing with relationship, where it is a couple, because I see the God and the Goddess here, and you guys are coming together to come up with some decisions, either about your relationship or about your stability and security, okay? Because you have experienced some emotional loss, some loss in your circumstances, and you know, it was a blow, but now you are looking at trying to strategize together and recover from this. And so you're taking a pause and you're reflecting on, how to change it, but how to also um, make sure that this doesn't happen again. Some of you had to get grounded in order to be able to have this conversation with each other for whatever it is, because you both were, feeling deceived or feeling lied to or misunderstood, or you didn't feel supported, or you felt you were on your own with something. And now you're realizing, after you take the time to step back from the situation, the both of you, or at least one of you, you're now reflecting on it, and now you want to call to action, all the stuff that was going on that got you in that, got you in those issues with your communication and with your ideas and your pursuits that caused this loss. And this is around family as well. This is also concerning your money. This is also, some of you, it has to do with work, but it's mostly mainly focused on family, communication, money. And so now you are choosing to rise to the call. You both are choosing to be grounded in this situation. For others of you, this is you and someone else, and you've been judgmental about each other, that there's been communication was not clear, and both of you were trying to act like you are not burdened by the conflict, even though there was a conflict, because each of you thought you were deceiving the other, or you thought you were being deceived by the other. And so you wasn't trying to get took on. But as you both sit back and start to reflect, I feel like some new information comes in, or a new understanding comes in around all of this, where you realize that how you saw things, or at least you are now in a place where you can see the other side for that person, and that person can see the other side for you. But then it's like you both can see the situation in a light that you couldn't see it in before, that you do see it in now. And so now there's a better chance of having a renewal, having a rebirth, having a second chance to rise to the call to the situation without feeling one or the other is being stolen or being deceived in the situation. So let's see what your guidance card is, Virgo, for February 2nd and February 3rd, 2019. What's coming towards you and your focus with what's coming towards you. What is the guidance spirit for the sign of rising Venus and Jupiter sign? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Teach. So you have teach. That's a 5. So I feel like I feel like either you or who you're dealing with, the issues that were occurring here or that have existed here is around the lack of teaching one another, or somebody teaching the other what all that happened, or all that's really going on here, in order to change a situation in what you're dealing with, Virgo. Some of you have to teach each other how to treat each other, or teach each other what it is that is expected, or how something can change or become better, and take the time to invest in it. Because in order to teach, you have to be invested, okay? But you also have to be able to learn in order to be able to teach. And then what you teach, you have to be willing to show how it can be learned through guiding guiding the situation, right? So I feel with whatever you're dealing with here, that you are trying to, and some of you, you are dealing with commitments, you're dealing with institutions, um, and whatever you are experiencing, for many of you, this is a teachable moment for you to take the time to learn from, however this turns out for you. For others of you, it's a teachable moment in that you gain a knowledge that can be of use and of help to someone else or others. And, being that individual who will do that. For others of you, you have to teach each other, what the respect that needs to happen in commitments, in agreements, in partnerships. Okay? But you have to also be willing to learn. For others of you, you have to take the time in your circumstances or with who you're dealing with to be the person who is the teacher and be the example, is what I'm hearing. You have to be the example, even if you don't want to, for the sake of trying to move something to a better and more positive place in your world and your circumstances and your relationships. Okay? So I hope these messages help, Virgo. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.